Unicorns and glitter and taxidermy critters are just some of the things they like. They also enjoy 80s hair bands, Grizzly Adams and John Goodman, so if you think that's weird, then you can take a hike. But the things they enjoy the most are making art and cracking jokes, so without further ado, here are your hosts. You've got your two artsy gals, your two artsy gals. Here are your two artsy gals.
Hey everybody, this is Katie.
And this is Sharon.
And you are listening to the Two Artsy Gals podcast.
Woo!
I said that really weird. I don't know. And today we're going to talk about puppets.
I love me some puppets.
I kind of love puppets too. Some puppets. I guess, I don't know. I feel like puppets might seem kind of weird to be talking about in an art podcast, but...
Not at all.
Okay, good. Because I think making puppets is awesome. And
totally.
I kind of have puppets on the brain lately because as part of our big 1-year anniversary, we're going to make and film a music video to our theme song, which is going to be involving puppets.
It's going to be awesome.
It is going to be really fucking awesome. I can't wait. Actually, I've been dreaming about it. I also had a dream that my husband was pooping in big buckets in the basement.
That's horrid.
Then there were all these tubes coming out of them, and he had jugs, and he was bottling and selling poop juice.
I don't know that you should share that dream.
I don't know what the fuck. It was a fucking melatonin dream.
That's not right.
It was weird.
It's because he was eating those quail eggs and he was farting and you were thinking about that.
That's probably was, because he did. It was a weird afternoon. So, anyway. Back to puppets.
So, and I'm assuming that most people's probably first experience with puppets is, I would hope, with the Muppets.
I would imagine. Because, I mean, our generation anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
The Muppet Show was the shiz.
Right?
Like, if we missed the Muppet Show, I kind of had issues.
Yeah, we never missed the Muppet Show, so I don't know if I would have had issues. I probably would have.
No, the Muppet Show, and then as we got a little bit older, I was fucking really into Fraggle Rock.
Me too! Down in Fraggle Rock.
I love that. Who was your favorite Fraggle?
Oh, my favorite Fraggle actually had, oh shoot, what was her name? She was like the taller one and she had like bluish hair.
Moki?
No, he was little.
No, Moki. There was Mobley, Mowgli, Boober, Red, Wimbley.
Okay, wait, I gotta look up.
Uncle Traveling Matt, the Gorgs, the Trash Heap, the Doozers.
Okay, wait, I gotta find her. Okay, I did love Red.
Red
and
was
I
my
did
favorite.
love. Yeah, she was really funny. But my very favorite was, and I had her. God, now I'm feeling really sad because I don't know where she is.
Wait, you had her?
Yeah, like I saved my money so that I could have my Fraggle Rock doll.
I never had a Fraggle Rock doll.
You didn't have a Fraggle Rock doll?
No, and my mom's here, and I'm going to have to go downstairs and be like, what the fuck? You gave me a stupid fucking Cabbage Patch doll that I did not want, and I didn't have a Fraggle Rock doll?
Yeah.
Wait,
You
what's
might
her
wanna-
name?
Well, I can't figure it out. I'm like embarrassed that I can't figure it out. And
I thought her name was Moki.
It might be. She's the tall one with the blue hair.
The kind of hippie one. She was
Yeah.
all zen and shit.
Yeah, it is Moki.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that being your favorite, because you're kind of like that. You're earthy.
Yeah. Okay, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
Man, I love the Fraggles. Man, I am going to have to find me some Netflix Fraggles and get this on for the kids.
So, for real. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. The Fraggles rock. And it's like they are Muppets, but it's like the Muppet Show meets the Dark Crystal.
Well, Jim Henson did the Dark Crystal, too.
Well, yeah, I know that.
So,
That's,
yeah.
I mean, like, it's like, it's,
Yeah,
I mean,
it is
of course,
kinda like
everything
that.
crosses over, it's like,
Oh my gosh, no. They're so awesome.
they're
I mean,
rad.
like, I don't think I could ever hope to make puppets that awesome myself,
Right.
but that's like, to me, that's like next level, end all be all of puppetry.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to, as an adult, and some of our really dear friends that were our neighbors, they were puppeteers.
Oh my gosh, we talked about this friend in
Mud Eye Puppets. And
what episode Paper Mache. It was our Paper Mache episode.
Yeah. And they made like life-size puppets, so like the puppet heads go over them, and then they had like armatures, and then, then just all recycled material that they do their puppets out of, and they're freaking awesome.
That's really cool. So those would be like rod puppets, I'm guessing?
Oh, they were all sorts of different
kinds.
Yeah, but then there's like, so Penny's Puppets in Portland, she does more like rod puppets, and they're kind of like the Muppet puppets. Although Muppets are actually alive, so they're kind of different.
Exactly. I just have to say, the first time I met Sharon, I know I've talked about this on the podcast. I think it says something about it in our bios. But the first time that I met Sharon, I thought, oh my God, she looks like Janet from what is it? Janice from the Electric Mayhem band on the Muppets.
You don't even understand how much of a compliment that is.
I was so excited. I'm like, she has to be my friend.
Because she's a real live Muppet.
Because I have to have a friend who looks like one of my favorite Muppets ever. I mean, shit, I should post a picture of my husband because he looks like a Jim Henson creation anyway, so.
He does. Oh my God.
I'm married to a giant Muppet.
You are. You know who I really like too, and he wasn't on the Muppet Show very often, was Sweetie. Do you remember him? He was the giant monster that was like covered in dreadlocks, and he had a giant nose that looked like a penis.
I loved him so much too.
Yeah. Oh, you come out. Yeah.
And Snuffleupagus.
Oh, yeah.
I had a special... Dude, seriously, when we were little kids, my brother was I was in kindergarten, so my youngest brother was like 3? Mm-hmm. 2 or 3. He used to have a Snuffleupagus hooded sweatshirt.
Oh.
And it was awesome. And I have a very vivid memory of this sweatshirt, but it's because I don't know if we were planning to do this, but we laid his sweatshirt and a pair of his pants in the driveway and stuffed it full of dry sticks.
Oh my God.
And when my dad came home from work, he pulled in and saw the flash of Snuffleupagus sweatshirt as he drove over it and heard crunching.
Oh my God.
And
awful.
He came in hysterical. Like, he was so angry because he got out, ran around, and realized that it wasn't my brother that he crushed with the car. He was really fucking mad. Like, it scared me. He was so furious. But the image of that sweater is burned into my mind because of that.
Sure. Oh my God.
It was bad. That's okay. My dad got us back by sticking, those half foam shell things, packing shells, the styrofoam things? He drew bloodshot eyes on them and stuck them behind his glasses. Oh. And then came to the window and went, "Ugh," when my brothers and I were waiting for him to come home, and so he paid us back because I peed my pants. It scared me so bad.
Oh my God. My dad's great for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, little PTSD, little counseling.
Totally. We use puppets to get over it, right? You go to counseling and they give you puppets.
Yeah, and then you act it out with the puppets.
So we should I kind of want to talk about types of puppets. We'll just start with finger puppets because they're the littlest of the puppets. And we'll go up to the bigger puppets.
And they make me giggle.
Finger puppets are hilarious. I have a slug finger puppet somewhere that if I find it, I'm giving it to you to fuck with your brother with.
Please do.
It's like a banana slug, and it's all rubbery and grody, and you stick your finger inside of it. It feels kind of gross sticking your finger in it, not gonna lie.
Oh, I'm gonna cover it with Vaseline.
Dude, totally. It is somewhere in this house. Someone gave it to me as a joke, and I have it, and I will find it, and it will be yours. Because as soon as I found out your brother was afraid of slugs, I was like, Sharon has got to have a slug finger puppet.
That's rad.
But we used to use finger puppets, like, I had them when I was a kid, and my son had a bazillion. Somebody got him, like, a storybook pack. So it was like Goldilocks and the Three Bears and Little Red Riding Hood and a couple other things that came in this cloth book with finger puppets.
Oh, that's awesome.
When he was little. They're awesome. And, oh my God, the next time you come to my house, I have to show you these, and don't let me forget. We have thumb wrestlers.
Oh, awesome.
They go over, they're like wrestlers that fit over your thumbs.
Right.
So they're thumb puppets. So when
That's
you thumb
awesome.
wrestle, they're like, "Rrr."
That's rad.
So then we go to hand puppets.
Yep.
So
Those are good. I had a hand puppet. So I had a few, but one of my favorite one was, his name was the Knock Kneed Nuffle. And he was basically looked like an ostrich, but like I played with him so much I wore out his little beak because it was just felt.
That's kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
That's really funny. We have a dog that somewhere around this house, we still have it. We have a dog that when you make it move your hand inside the puppet to make it talk, it has a little electronic thing. So every time you move it up and down, it barks one note to a Christmas carol.
Oh.
So you go like, make it go arf, 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 arf. And it does like jingle bells and stuff.
Oh, that's
The
funny.
reason I don't know where it is because my dog fucking hates it. He attacks your hand and bites it.
Oh, no.
And he's ripped its face off once I had to sew the face back on it because it was August when he was little, like my son's, when he was a tiny kid. So it was bad. I don't know where it is. But yeah, so, hand puppets are what they sound like. Most of the time it's like you're shoving your hand up something's butt and making it talk. I would like to do that to some people.
Oh.
I guess maybe not put my hand up their butt. This is where the mind control thing comes in. It's like grown-up puppetry, only you make them do your bidding.
It's kind of scary that you want to do that.
I know you always say that, but I really, really do. That's like my biggest wish in life, is to have mind control.
It's not right.
No. So then, I didn't even think about it, but when I was researching, I kind of thought, yeah, let's include shadow puppets.
Oh, yeah. That's actually, my oldest son does puppet camp. He's done it 2 years in a row. And last year they did the shadow puppet. So they made all these cool cutout shapes. Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
Really cool with the light and how you can make it, just do so many things. There's so many options.
And it goes beyond like the crazy hand movements and, like the things, the bunny ears and the dog. And we all remember doing on the tent when we were kids camping. Like, I don't know if you ever watch America's Got Talent.
Oh, I do every once in a while.
And they've had like shadow dancers, like whole dance troupes that do shadow stuff. And I'm just like, my brain is like, what?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Happening? And there's some pretty awesome stuff like out of Japan with the shadow puppets. Like, that is beautiful. Just beautiful.
It is very mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about puppets, I kind of don't want to even acknowledge that these exist, but we're going to because they're puppets. The next kind of puppet is marionettes.
Oh, I love marionettes.
Oh, fuck that. They are terrifying.
They're rad.
Like this. Okay, some of them can be cool. Some of them are rad. I just don't like the people ones.
Oh, man. I don't know. I can't agree with you on. I love them.
So, like, marionettes are, like, for people who don't know, they're the ones that have the strings. So, someone is above making them do things. Although, I guess I do like, because a lot of the Muppets are marionettes. Some of them are marionettes. And I kind of like those. But anything that looks like a person, or some of them, I don't know. They can just be really fucking terrifying and creepy sometimes.
Yeah, but they're just, like, people that know how to use a marionette. Because they're hard. Because I have a couple marionettes. And they're hard to use. They're really fun. Really fun.
Yeah. And we skipped over rod puppets.
Yeah, actually. I was going to say, because I was going to say, that was the first puppet I ever made.
Rod puppets are cool. They're my favorite. Yeah. And most of the Muppets are rod puppets. Mm-hmm. This is like, I feel like we're doing a big tongue twister episode. Most of the Muppets are rod puppets. Puppet.
If you're a puppet, then you might be a Muppet.
It's a good thing I have a pop filter on my microphone. Holy shit, I don't even know what just happened. And then the most terrifying of all fucking puppets, they're ventriloquist dummies. I fucking hate those things. They give me nightmares.
Oh, that's funny.
Dude, my cousin had one, the dude with the monocle. What's his name? He's wearing the tuxedo and the top hat.
I can't think of his name.
And the monocle.
Yes, I know.
And then my other cousin, all of my cousins got one for Christmas one year. And then I don't remember what the other guy was. Oh, Howdy Doody. And they would chase me and bite me with their mouths. When we were kids. That might be why I'm scared of them to this day, but I don't care what it is, it terrifies me. Ventriloquist dummies do.
I think that's funny.
I suppose you like them too, don't you?
They aren't my favorite. I have to say they probably are my least favorite puppets, but it's not too, like, it just fascinates me. I just sit and watch the ventriloquist and then I don't know. Yeah, so they don't really scare me.
They're terrifying. They really are. Take my word for it. I've had real nightmares about those fucking things. So I'm not going to talk about how to make a fucking ventriloquist dummy because I do not want any more of those out in the world. But we'll talk about a few kinds. Let's talk about finger puppets.
Okay.
You've made those before, haven't you?
No, I just always buy them.
Really? Dude.
Yeah.
So the easiest way to make them is to cut fingers off of gloves, like old gloves.
Oh, yeah.
And I know this is going to appeal to you because if you glue some googly eyes on a finger that you've cut off a glove and maybe stick some yarn on for hair, you got yourself a fucking finger puppet right there.
I'm doing it right now.
Are you gluing googly eyes on a glove? Are you serious?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, really? I believed you.
I could have just kept going saying that I was going to do that.
But it's super easy. But
I could just find some googly eyes because they're all over the floor everywhere around here, along with some glitter.
I had another googly eye in the tread of my shoe when I came home.
That's awesome.
It's so funny. You pick up googly eyes on your clothes at Sharon's house. Just so you know.
I love googly eyes. There's googly eyes. I stuck some googly eyes on the plant at work and
You showed me the picture.
Oh, did I? Still nobody's noticed.
Are you kidding me? No one has noticed.
Well, at least nobody's said anything, so I just keep.
I think more things need googly eyes then.
Well, I googly eyed somebody's computer at work, and then I think I better googly eye some more stuff.
I think you should too. Clearly, googly eyes are an important part of a
puppetry.
Puppet. Yeah,
puppetry. Any puppetry.
Yeah.
I just found one of my rod puppets, the first really good rod puppet I made in the second grade, and it was a Billy Goat's Grimm goat.
Billy Goat's Gruff?
Yeah, Billy Goat's Gruff. Yeah, and it had googly eyes, but I just gave it to Sterling because he has a rod puppet that's I don't know, kind of looks like a zombie that he made at puppet class a couple of years ago.
That's kind of hilarious.
So I was like, "Do you want this rod puppet?" He's like, "Oh yeah." So he's got the goat and his zombie he made.
Well, I guess if the zombie gets hungry, there's always the goat.
That's true.
So, oh God. But my mom used to make finger puppets all the time for us out of felt.
Oh yeah.
You just cut the shape of your finger and then you just make it the shape of your finger and then cut it out. There's no sewing. It's all glue.
Oh man. There's so many ways to make different puppets. I mean, you can do paper, just folding some paper to my son made basically folded a piece of paper in thirds and then folded it in fourths, and it was I can't really explain, but then he just made it like a mouth and he just stuck it on his little, and he made lips. And
that's hilarious. Well, let's talk about how to make hand puppets because that kind of is making me think of paper bag puppet.
Yeah, you can do a paper bag puppet,
which are awesome. Sock puppets. Oh my God. I used to love making sock puppets when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, me too.
And FYI,
I'd always stick googly eyes on them.
These are really, I would never have guessed that you put
I know, isn't that weird?
I thought it was the strangest thing. This is all shit that is so handy to keep little kids busy.
Oh my God, dude. Totally. I'm totally gotta go find. I feel like I'm gonna make some puppets tonight with the kids. Yeah.
Because sock puppets were my grandma Bradley used to have a thing of mismatched socks. And she always had this. Why do all grandmas have a big thing of buttons?
Because buttons are awesome.
Yeah. My grandma had a big thing of buttons and yarn. She never even knitted. I don't think my grandma Bradley knitted or crocheted a day in her life. But she would just let us get into all that crap and make sock puppets. And then we would put on puppet shows.
Oh, that's awesome.
For our parents after dinner.
Mm-hmm. So I used to do puppet shows too for my parents.
It always makes me wonder if they were just humoring us or...
They loved it. I gobbled that shit up.
Yeah, I do too, actually. I only have one kid though, so August and his friends used to do they used to act out, they did a lot of superhero stuff when he was little. We had a Batman sock puppet running around. It was like a Batman sock
Oh, that's funny.
that he turned into a Batman sock puppet.
That's
And
awesome.
he did a lot of saving shit at our house
Yeah.
because the Caped Crusader was pretty popular. But yeah, I don't know. You can also do like he made puppets. My son at preschool, they pulled the stuffing out of used stuffed animals.
Oh.
And you just stick your hand up in there, like you leave the stuffing in the head, but then you
Yeah.
stick your hand up inside of it, and it's like you can put your fingers and hands in the arms.
Yeah,
and
totally. That's a good
just-
idea.
Because I gotta tell you, some puppets can get really expensive.
Yeah.
Like
They
just
are.
simple hand puppets. I'm like, I am not paying $45 for a child's hand puppet.
Yeah.
Screw that noise.
Yeah, because you can totally make them.
Yeah, well, Sharon, since you've made them, do you want to talk a little bit about how you make rod puppets? Like some
Sure.
ways that you can do it? Because I've only ever done it with popsicle sticks, I think. So
Yeah, if you can just use dowels. Like we just had, like for the middle part, we used a styrofoam ball,
Mm-hmm.
and then we had two rods for the arms.
And
then-
right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, there was something going on in the
Okay.
background. And then we just like sewed the body, just like a square body around it. So it was kind of like a square, almost like a pillowcase, but a tiny pillowcase for the body.
Yeah.
And then a styrofoam head, and you just have a rod, in the middle, and then two little rods on the side for the hands. It's pretty basic.
Yeah. So
And then you could just add to it,
and, yeah, and you're moving the rods to make their arms and whatever move. That's how you get the movement in the puppet.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you can almost do that with like, if you imagine like emptying out the stuffed animal and putting rods in the arms, and then like a rod in the head,
totally.
like if you cut off the bottom legs,
yeah.
you could do that too.
Yeah, we did because way back when my son was about 3, I was the arts coordinator for his preschool co-op that he went to. And we did a lot of puppet making back then. And one of the cool things that we did was use paper towel tubes
Mm-hmm.
and toilet paper tubes, but mostly paper towel tubes. And we would have them. They almost reminded me of those creepy, you drive by a car lot and they have the big floppy air guys.
Yes.
I hate those things. They weird me out. But the puppets the little kids were making almost reminded me of those because they would draw faces on and use googly eyes and use
Mhm.
yarn and stuff on there. But they were cool. You can make puppets out of so much stuff that's just sitting around the house.
You really can, yeah. It's just endless.
You don't ever, this is one of the things that I think is cool, especially when you're working with kids, because you don't have to have a bunch of materials. You don't even have to go to the fucking craft store.
No, not at all. Yeah, for puppets, you can just make it. We make a lot of puppets out of recycled material,
Mhm.
all sorts of stuff. I mean, boxes, yeah, toilet paper tubes, whatever you have around, you can. It's just, yeah, you can make puppets out of almost anything around
Yeah.
your house.
All it takes is a little bit of imagination. And I think, one of the most enjoyable things is watching. This is what I used to love when having little kids around. As you say, we're going to make puppets today, and you throw a bunch of shit down on
Mhm.
the table, like just say, have at her,
Yeah,
and watch what happens. Because it's like magic.
it is really like magic. It is. It's awesome.
Because they come up with crazy, and I love watching them come up with characters
Mm-hmm.
and like making them talk and interact. It's like kids are fucking comedians.
They really are.
They're just natural born comedians because they don't even know they're being funny.
I know.
And
Yeah.
you're like watching them. Somewhere I have we used to sit and write down the conversations that the kids would have during playtime at my son's preschool.
Uh-huh.
And I still have somewhere we took pictures, and I have this because we used it for we made like a little scrapbook at the end of the year.
Mhm.
And we used it for that scrapbook, and it still makes me laugh to read the conversation that was going on between these kids
Oh, I bet.
while they were I think they were playing with dinosaurs in Play-Doh or something, but they were like interacting and making their dinosaurs talk. Fucking hilarious. They kill me.
Oh, I know. I love writing down that stuff. They're so funny. They're so genuine. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, making puppets with your kids, the best.
Totally. And even using like old clothes.
Oh yeah.
old t-shirts, old pants, like whatever. You can make. August had, actually, it creeped me the fuck out. I'm not going to lie. He had, I think he called him Buddy August.
Oh, funny.
He made it was kind of like a puppet.
Mm-hmm.
They made him in preschool. And it was like he stuffed his clothes and drew a paper face. And it had rod arms.
Oh, awesome.
And it was a little bit upsetting. I'm glad Buddy August got lost. I was like, okay, can we leave this dude somewhere? Because he would be like, Buddy August says no. And I'd be like, So puppets are rad.
They are.
That is the takeaway here. Puppets are awesome and they're easy to make. And you all should be keeping your eyes peeled for our music video that is going to happen on our 1-year anniversary. Because they're going to be puppets.
I'm excited.
So it's going to be cool. Hey, if anyone has any cool pictures of puppets that they've made or ideas about puppets that you want to share, or you have questions about this episode, you can email those to us at twoartsygals@gmail.com. We will totally share your pictures and give you, be like, hey, listener so-and-so sent us these awesome pictures. You should check them out.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to put some links up to some how to make puppets and some cool puppet sites that I found in the research. And what is that? What's your friend's company again?
Mud Eye Puppet Company.
Mud Eye Puppet Company. I'm going to put a link up to that again because I don't want people to have to go scroll back through all of our old episodes to find them. But they're really cool. And you should just just do a little bit of research about puppets and throw some together.
Yeah, it's fun. Make some cool puppets, yo.
Yeah. I don't even remember what we're going to be talking about next. Oh, we've got a cool episode coming up soon. Don't think it's the next one. I think it's the one after. We're going to be talking about eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Because Easter's coming up and egg crafts are really, you would be surprised how much shit you can do with eggs, people.
It's true.
So keep coming around for that one. And until next time, make some cool shit, yo.
Make some cool puppets, yo.
Yeah, puppets.